You can start it up, Josh.
Get Daniel 12. And get Isaiah 10.
Getting in the mornings, pretty much.
Actually, we'll start with Isaiah 10. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, when of all praises, honor, and glory.
So Yahawah, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash.
I'll give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us this truth, who teach the correct doctrine of the scriptures. All right, and then we want to give a sincere shalom to the elect out there, teach this truth and honesty and sincerity. They're laboring and enduring in these last days because the times that are here and the times that are about to come are going to gradually get worse, man. Okay, and we got 2024 coming up very soon. Okay, a couple weeks from now, and you know, a lot of shit happened in 2023, and you know, Esau Edom's just gonna keep pushing and pushing until he establishes his new world order, man. But the Lord's not gonna allow that. Okay, but during that time, okay, he's gonna keep creating a more draconian society, man. All right.
I got Isaiah 10 if you want it.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Right, all kinds of unrighteous decrees. You know, like Biden's trying to make it legal to where 8-year-olds can determine their own gender. You know, all kinds of shit like that. And they're making a lot of laws in a lot of these cities because there's a lot of crime waves. That's really what I wanted to get on, the crime waves that are going on. There's a lot of crime waves going on in these cities right now.
Especially theft. Theft.
Yep. And there's a lot of these different laws that are being put in place to where you can't defend yourself. Okay, you can't really defend your home or your property in a lot of these states, you know, because the laws vary state by state, city by city. You can't defend yourself no more, man. Okay? Unless your life is absolutely threatened in a lot of cases, you can't defend yourself, man. So that just gives these criminals, okay, an easy way to just go and do what they want. They're basically giving them a free pass, man. And that's what Esau Edom wants in order to bring about martial law. He wants order out of chaos.
Man, America's divided because in one state, you could just walk in the store and buy a gun and just walk around and carry it. But in another state, somebody breaking your crib and you kill them, you going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
It really ain't matching.
And you got a lot of stores, department stores, they're straight up leaving certain parts of California because unless you steal a certain amount of goods and services in certain areas of California, the police won't even fucking come to you, won't even come after you. So we're literally living in a lawless society, man.
And this nothing but footage to show it. And it's Jake. Jake coming in stores with big ass black garbage bags and duffel bags and just snatching what they want, walking out.
And there's been like a mass shooting basically every day this whole year, on average. You know?
Yeah, start at the top.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, they're prescribing the grievousness, man. They want to create an unsafe society, man. Okay? A society where people are constantly in fear of their shit getting jacked, constantly in fear of their children getting kidnapped when they're out in public. You know, they want to create a society where you're living in nothing but fear for your life. Okay? But we know that Jake is always in fear for his life. That's part of the curses, man. But really, y'all be doing it to each other a lot of times, man.
Yeah, like the purge.
And that's just going to continue to get worse and worse, man. Well, hey, who knows what 2024 is going to bring, man? Because you got, they're going to be having AI chips in all the computers soon. Google just announced their Gemini platform where they're going to start integrating AI into every Android phone. Okay? So who knows, man? You know, those robot police might be around the corner. And those robot police, they're not going to have feelings. You know, they're not going to have sympathy on you people, man. You know?
It's gonna be comply or die.
It's going to be comply or face justice. Trump was saying if he gets back in office, he's saying that there's going to be no more looting. If you catch somebody looting, you shoot them and kill them. Shoot to kill. So, hey man, get Daniel 12. Yeah, let him finish that.
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless.
Well, hey, in this society, man, you know, you can't even raise your children the way you want. Okay, Apostle Rakah, I mean, he said it wasn't an order, but he said, you know, if brothers have the means to, try and have your children homeschooled, man. Don't let them be in this fucking society, man. Which, unfortunately, a lot of brothers aren't going to have the means to do that. But it goes to show, you know, what time we're living in, where where one of the apostles had to, you know, get a little. I mean, he wasn't really emotional, but you know, Apostle Rakah. He really was sincere when he said that, man, because it's nothing but poison what they're putting on these children, man. You know, they got all the freaks going to these schools now, teaching these freak rights and teaching them to tolerate all these freaks and telling them that they could change their gender from when they're a little child and shit, man. It's ridiculous. But we know that YAHAWASHI is not going to deal with this fucking shit much longer, man. I mean, jeez. What the fuck? You know?
Right.
Shit is ridiculous.
And Esau Edom continuing to tell us Agenda 2030, Agenda 2030, 2030 this, 2025 this. He telling you them years, but in reality, he trying to push his agenda before 2030.
2030 is when he's going to have it all set in
Yes,
place.
yes,
What
yes.
is his plans?
People, 2030, his plan is everybody already chipped, everybody already complying with the beast system.
You'll own nothing and be happy. I sent in the group chat, they got the app where you could scan the barcode on your food products and see if it's got bugs in it. They're already starting to put that shit in the food, man. The bugs.
yeah.
You will eat the bugs. But I guess that's a conspiracy. Right? A couple years ago when people were posting that meme when Klaus Schwab was saying you will eat the bugs, right? Everybody thought it was a fucking joke. Oh, we're crazy conspiracy theorists. But now, it's ingredients in our food. And you can invest in insect protein, man, on the stock market. Insect fucking protein. It's going to be one of the main protein sources in the world soon, man.
It's crazy. He said conspiracy theory. I've been thinking about that all week. I'm like, the conspiracy theories ain't conspiracies no more. I even been saying that to people in the world. I'm like, is it really a conspiracy anymore?
Well, that goes back to Isaiah 10. The brother just read it, man. That's grievousness. Putting some big long name for an ingredient that you know, the people, 99% of people ain't gonna know what it is, and slipping it in their food and they eat it undetectably, man. Deception. The serpent was the most subtle beast. Subtlety, man.
Mad scientists.
Going underneath. Fucking devils, man.
Right, and then he constantly dumped down the people, and people, like, we carry around a computer and no one looks up anything.
Yeah, everybody's
So,
they
they're
into
willingly
themselves.
ignorant.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is Isaiah 47:8. It says, "Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall."
He thinks that there's no judgment for that, man. He thinks that he has the God-given right to do this because he thinks he is a God.
And Jake dwelling carelessly too.
Oh, Jake is gone, man. Totally gone, man. That's all he wants to do is go to the store and pick up his Bluntville's or his games or his Dutchies.
Smoke, drink, fuck, play the game.
Just give him to pleasures, man. totally lost, totally in a complete, not even on earth.
La La Land.
Yeah, the pleasures, the reason why Jake is given to pleasures, because as in this scripture, it's talking about Babylon. So Jake follows the ways of Babylon.
Spells.
It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children, but these two things shall come upon thee in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
That's coming-
Sorceries.
Yep, and that's coming to Esau, Edom primarily, man. But that's coming to anybody who lives in Babylon, really. Except, you know, Lord willing, not the elect. You know, Lord willing, the elect doesn't have to go through those kinds of hardships. But we're going to be amongst it.
Yeah, we're gonna be surrounded by
You know.
It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Right, it perverted them with pride, man. Nothing but pride, thinking that he could get away with this and push it on the people. He thinks that he literally thinks that he has the authority to do this to people, man, and then he doesn't have to face any judgment for it. Like he's just given a free pass, and we got to do whatever the fuck he says. Fuck
It says,
devils, man.
therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, when thou shalt not know.
Right, mischief shall come upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. You know, we always got to wonder if, you know, well, hey, look at what Putin's doing. Right? He's talking about how he's not going to let these Satanists win, even if he's got to, you know, launch the bomb, the missile or the bomb, which eventually he is going to do, because we know that through the scriptures. Okay, the Lord's got the Spirit on him heavily to protect tradition. He had a big conference with all the big religious leaders this year, and he said, you know, I know a lot of us, you know, we don't necessarily, we have different books that we follow and so on and so forth, but one thing that we all have in common is we all believe in tradition, and these people are in charge of the world are crazy, man. They're trying to corrupt their children and completely change.
That's Salak. That's one thing Babylon is losing, this tradition. Because there's really there's no standards here, no morals, no traditions. They keep wicked traditions like Christmas and Thanksgiving and these so-called holidays, but as far as ways of life, it's basically become no limits in this place. You know, you just do whatever makes you feel good, no matter what it is.
The man is oppressed and effeminized. You know, the family unit's been destroyed because there's no order, and you know, Esau makes it easy for a woman to just break up a family and give them a fucking benefit card and alimony and shit. I know a coworker is going through that, man. When he gets done, he works full time. By the time he gets done,
Check on.
yeah, he's got like $90 to $100 to get him through the
Check
week.
on.
Like, how's he supposed to get his own place?
One,
You know?
40 hours a week, people already struggling just on the 40 a week. Imagine your check getting took. And speaking of oppression, at work, I had to sit in a safety sexual harassment meeting to watch a video for an hour about the alphabet crew and what to call them. And the shit was so confusing, man. I was like, don't call them they, their. I don't know, man. It was just confusing.
I had to
oppression.
sit
That
through
is
that too, and I got 100 on the quiz, and I didn't even fucking watch it because I just picked the most ridiculous fucking answer.
Yeah, man. This shit is
And
mad.
every time it was right.
You gotta
They
get the fuck outta
constantly put that in your face, and then after a while, it's like your body and your mind
Brainwashing.
you just get used to it. You're like, all right, whatever.
It's
You know,
nuance, man.
conditioning.
That's why we got to
Yeah.
stand on righteousness. This is verse 12. It says, then you can read that. Stand not with thine enchantments. That's what it is. It's an enchantment they putting on you. They want you to accept the shit that they push on you. And if you have any type of pushback, they demonize you.
Targeted.
And with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. You know, so they want to push. That's one of the biggest agendas that they pushing. Is the ABCD shit. You got it.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verses 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
And we always have to remember, man, that, you know, at the end of the day, no matter how rough things get, because a lot of this shit that's going on, it can affect your mind, man. There's days when you just want to unplug from the internet entirely, not even go outside, not interact with these fucking people, man. But at the end of the day, man, Yahawashi's got our back. Okay? He's got our back, man. You know? And hey, you know, he's getting ready to make this devil fade away like a dream. But yeah, that time is coming, man. You know, because you think the theft is bad now. Imagine when the AI takes everybody's fucking jobs. Because that's on the horizon, man.
Yeah.
You know? They're making it to where if your business doesn't know how to cut costs and do it rapidly, you know?
I got a precept right now, perfectly with that. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 12. The time is come, the day draws near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn. For wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. For the seller shall not return to that which is sold.
Absolute chaos, man. Right? You remember during the BLM riots, man? They were burning down all them businesses. Them people were like, you know what? Fuck it. I got to escape with my life.
And then the BLM, they was burning the shit down that they go to shop at in their areas. In Buffalo, I saw they said, yo, during that winter storm and all that looting and shit, they said a lot of them stores ain't even open back up. They all boarded up in the hood.
They said, fuck it.
Yeah. So now, Jay, you just ruined your convenience. Instead of just traveling a block or two to the store, now you gotta travel all further.
In our area, DiCamello's closed down, man. They've been in business. They had that little store over 90 years. Somebody, you know, because it's family owned, somebody beat the living hell out of one of those little old ladies and robbed the damn cash register. They probably only got a couple $100.
Right.
And they said, you know what? Screw it.
Not worth it. For the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive. For the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life.
Hey, how is Esau Edom supposed to get order out of that? He's going to have to use serious force. He's going to have to use serious. Yep, the sword. It's like it says in what is it, Ezekiel 21, I think it is, or 20, where the sword is going to be furbished, man. It's going to be given into the hands of the slayer.
Yeah,
Okay.
when the Most High put the spirit on him to come down, he gonna come down hard, man.
He should be like a
Gonna feel it.
madman sparing none.
You gonna feel it.
They gonna know who
Let
the
me get
devil
that.
is then.
Yeah.
And there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people should be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they should be wise. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing right now. Turning you to righteousness through via the way of the word. You know? I don't know if you want to jump back in, but
Yeah, this is Second Ezra.
but that time of trouble goes into because the brother just posted Revelation 12 and 12. Get that too. That time of trouble goes into Esau coming down with great wrath. You know? Go ahead.
This is Second Ezra 16 and 770. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So we're going to be tried during that time.
Tried in the gold as a fire.
Because during that time, we know that, hey, the chip may be, the C-hip may be implemented during that time. You know?
We're not gonna be able to go clock in, work our 40 hours or 40 plus hours a week, and know we go get a check in a week or bi-weekly, you know? Because right now you comfortable. We know a check coming next week.
Well, CBDC and UBI might be implemented during that time, man.
Yeah,
You know? And they might say, well, we need even more control.
Argentina, the value of their currency was cut in half overnight damn near recently.
Because their president's getting rid of all this stupid bullshit. And he's saying we have no money. He even said that. He said we have no money, so we're going to kill this currency off. And we're going to start another one.
Yeah, so imagine one day a burger costs $5, $10, and then the next week that shit $20.
He's like they're saying he's like the Donald Trump of South America.
Yeah, that shit could change in hours. We go in store, you be like, hold on, man, these prices weren't the same the other day.
Yep.
And you got the situation in El Salvador. They were the first country to take on the big digital currency experiment by implementing Bitcoin into everyday life. And ever since then, they arrested all the gangs and everything. And they're trying to turn that place into a paradise. You know, who knows? That guy could be an insider, and he could just be setting up this utopian society so they can say, see what happens when you got digital currencies? And then they'll have a reason to implement it everywhere.
People are saved on games.
Yeah.
This is Revelation. But a short time.
For a short time, then. That's why he's speeding
The
everything
process.
up.
Yep.
The process to the NWO is being sped up.
Oh shit, we gotta get this ball rolling.
And he's kind of scared because a lot of people are waking up. So he's got to push even faster and harder, man.
And then there's also more chariot sightings, you know. So
And he sees a lot more chariot sightings than we ever could.
Yeah, they got
Because
that-
he always surveilling the skies.
Yeah, they got that big ass telescopes. They always got their eye in the sky. It's Ezekiel 7:14. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready. As we doing, we blowing the trumpet, making everybody ready. But none go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him.
And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see famine and pestilence devouring the people. Because, hey, ultimately, they don't have the covering of the Lord, first and foremost. And secondly, they're going to be paying for their wickedness. A lot of these people that are going to die via the sword or die by the way of hunger, that's the Most High judging them.
Sickness.
You know, sicknesses, yeah. That's the Most High. You're going to be judging them for their sins, man. Paying them back. Because we calling you to repent. You know, that's the whole point of the prophets being set up. To call you back to repentance, to your nationality. But a lot of jakes are, you know, they fan their hand. You know, they basically, nah, whatever. You know, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Look at the lifestyle that Jake lives, man. I mean, they're constantly smoking. They don't get any exercise
they
anymore.
destroying
they
themselves.
game all damn day.
They eat like total shit. You gotta pay for that, man.
You don't give the Lord none of your attention. You know, you give the Lord no desire. You give him no credit. You don't even call on his name. So what use does he have for you?
Yeah. Hey, on
They're
a
robbing each other.
and if you
No.
bring it down on a small carnal level, you mistreat your body for a certain period of time. Eventually, it's gonna give out on you.
Yeah, you're gonna get sick.
Go get sick. Go
That's
be
the
fucked
Lord
up.
making you, pay for the choices you make.
They say you play stupid games, you win
Now
stupid prizes.
you got diabetes or heart crisis or heart problems.
Oh,
or-
the diabetes
Yeah,
That's rampant amongst our people,
yeah.
man.
And cancer.
I got you.
For my wrath, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, everyone for his iniquities. All hands shall be feeble.
See,
That
it says everyone for his iniquities.
Yeah.
That's why I said the Lord's gonna be paying you back for your sins that you committed.
Your ways.
But if you repent, you could dwell safely. Go ahead.
But yet Jacob believed that they'll sing those Christmas carols to their kids.
Yeah.
He knows if you've been naughty or if you've been nice.
Right.
And when you go to the history of that, that goes to Saint Nick and Krampus. Saint Nick go give you gifts if you've been nice, and Krampus go beat you with a stick branch, or he go throw you in the bag and drag you to hell and eat you.
So-called Saint Nicholas was actually a so-called black man that lived in Marina, Turkey. Okay, he wasn't no
Fat Edomite.
Fat, right?
Edomite wearing
Beard
red
on a horse.
up in the damn North Pole. He was in Turkey. There ain't no damn North Pole anywhere near Turkey.
Yeah.
Back
Fairy
when
tales.
our people were in the Byzantine Empire, which, by the way, the Byzantine Empire is nobody really talks about the Byzantine
They
Empire,
don't.
but it was the longest running empire in the history of the world. Okay, and they based their system of laws off the laws of the Bible. So all you Christians that like to talk shit about the laws of the Bible, eating pork and all that, there's your example.
Yep. And they kind of try to downplay the Byzantine Empire. They'll bring up the Ottoman Empire, the Babylonian Empire, and all the other ones, but they don't really bring up the Byzantine one like that. Or the Dark Ages, because
Went on almost
that was
1,000
us.
straight years.
It was us, man. That's why they try to downplay it or don't
How you
speak
gonna
much
just
on it.
neglect 1,000 years of history?
Right. Niggas just in Africa swinging off trees. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. Motherfuckers will be trembling. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them. And shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads.
Yeah, they're gonna be in a heavy state of mourning. You know.
Yeah.
They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord.
We're getting back into, them being in nonstop fear. The scriptures say that men's hearts shall be failing them out of fear. Meaning that men are just going to die. They're going to be so scared to death. They may have an anxiety attacks. Their heart's just going to stop. They're going to have heart attacks, strokes.
And not to mention, people's hearts already messed up off of the potion injections and drugs and food and etc. Air.
And you Americans, you're weak mentally as it is.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not used to hardships like that.
Yeah, my mom told me my kids was sick because they don't got their shots.
That's a question.
You know, that's Satan, man. I'm like, nah, kids are getting sick because of the fucking shit in the air and the foods and the water. You know? But that shows you the way that they thought when we were younger. You gotta go get sick because you ain't got your shots. So they're for the forwarding of wickedness when you think about it.
Yeah, because
They're for that shit.
coming up, I don't remember hearing about too many herbs.
No, I did it.
Yeah, I didn't hear about too many
didn't.
herbs. Oh, he's sick. Yeah, do this, do that.
I got something.
Even when
You
I
can
was
read that,
younger,
man.
kids were getting sick, man. That's what happens. Kids get fucking sick.
what we do.
Weather
Kids
changes.
get sick.
They're
That's-
around other
that-
kids that are
That's
sick.
how the immune system
Go ahead.
get built.
This the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride as when one departed from the Most High Yahawah, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. And that's pretty much most of the world, especially these Babylon Americans. They don't even acknowledge the fact that you was created.
Right.
Okay. And then it says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that had it shall pour out abomination, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, and that's what's gonna come again, and overthrew them utterly.
Yeah, because pride will get you overthrown. at the end of the day. Go ahead.
The Lord had cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead.
Oh, it says the Lord is going to punish the high ones that are on high. That's in Isaiah. But they're going to be punished, and then, because really, rather Jake wants to accept it or not, the men that's out here doing this work in truth and sincerity, the ones that are of the elect, they're going to rule the next world to come, which is the world of Jacob. Now, you might look at us and say, oh, nah, man, that's why the Lord is prepping us now, you know? And we're ready to actually rule. If the Lord was to come tomorrow, I will be ready to put my foot up some heathens' asses and further his ways on the earth. I would have no problem with it.
Because you've been prepped on a spiritual, mental level.
Yep.
We're waiting for those sharp threshing instruments, man. In fact, I'm going.
If you put me in a new body right now, I'll be ready. Let's go. You know?
Right now.
Put me in that new body, I'm ready. I start seeing Edomites, my heart going to jump for joy. You know? No more work, no more pain, no more sorrow. You get to reign over the heathen. You get the uttermost parts of the earth. You don't have no more worries.
Peace.
Peace. Real peace. You got more of that one.
That was pretty
Yeah, real peace. Not 2 hours out the day. You know? That ain't no fucking peace, man.
Not a half hour where you're laying in your bed,
Then an hour later,
Watching
you're like,
the-
damn,
watching
I gotta
the
pay
tube.
this bill.
waiting to go to
You
bed.
get 2 days off. That's all this nigga give you. And you got to go back to
2 days,
slavery.
48 hours. And you don't forget all that.
Yeah, you don't even get 2 days. Because a lot of times on your days off, you got to handle your business. Like, do shit that you might have to go shop or something. Yeah.
Hey, when you acquire a new wife, you're supposed to get a year, right? That's what it says in the law.
Yeah, spend time with them. Yeah.
You couldn't do that in this society. You'd be
Hell
fucking
nah.
starving.
This nigga give you 2 weeks. This nigga give you 2 weeks vacation after you've been at his job for 3 years.
I was about to say, shit, 2 weeks.
Then you've been there for 3 years. Now he give you, and motherfuckers be bragging about that shit.
We live
I got
in
my
a-
2 weeks.
If we live in a liberal
You know?
state, a lot of states they don't even give you that.
You know, they really be happy about that.
Yeah, I got 2 weeks vacation.
Right.
You've been working for this nigga for 3-4 years. Type of shit is
Hard, too.
Hard, yeah. Overtime and shit. You gotta wait all that fucking
And
time.
then
to
you
get
got a lot of
vacation.
businesses. They'll give you sick days, but they look down on you if you get sick days.
Yeah.
You
Or
use
act-
your-
or-
you use-
yeah.
you use your sick days,
Or actually,
And-
why
and
you
you-
using your sick days?
and you come back and you got like 3 times the fucking work because it's backed up. You know, so you better off just going to work
Crazy,
sick
man. Yeah.
and infecting all your coworkers so that they could get sick, and then you got even more work to do, and the whole system's backed up, and then they bet you they can't give you a high enough bonus. See how this shit?
That's the trickle effect. Go ahead.
I got some real quick. Listen, look at Isaiah chapter 14 and 6, because what you're going into. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Yep.
And that's what he do. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hinder it.
Yeah, because the money that he's paying you, which is minimum wage, in Florida, minimum wage is like fucking like $9, I think.
It's cheap as fuck, yeah.
And they cost of living is high as fuck. Up
Yeah.
here, this nigga will give you $15, $16 an hour. You make $500 a week. But then that's just enough to that's like, you can't even really live off that shit.
I seen this
gotta partner up.
one video
Yeah.
where this one landlord bought a property in Florida, and he had tenants living there. He called the woman up, he recorded the phone call, and he jacked her rent up from like $900 to like $2,000, and then she started freaking out on the guy. Like, I'm already working 2 jobs and I got kids to feed. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Struggle, yeah.
You know, like, and then she was trying to say at the fair market rate it's supposed to be like 20% a year or something. She's like, can you please do that for me and we'll work something out? And he's sitting there all smiling, fucking just basically giving this woman hell. Well, I guess that we're just gonna have to, you know, talk about the eviction process and blah 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 blah. And she started fucking getting angry at him. And then he thought he was being cool and posting this shit on social media, and these people on the comment board were lighting this fucking landlord up on the comments. He thought they were gonna be on his side. Like, what the fuck you expect,
You
man?
can't just up somebody rent like that.
Yeah.
People are already struggling.
And that was in Florida, man.
Go read that again, what you wrote.
$2,000.
14 and 6.
This is the book of
They
Isaiah,
say
chapter
$2,000. That's regular in some places.
Yeah.
2,500 is regular in some places. You know, where we live at is really not that high compared to some places. You know,
Yeah.
but we don't got shit around us, so it balances itself out. Yeah, you get the cheap living, but hey, it's fucking ain't nothing here. So whatever.
Notorious said this shit is a
Yeah,
dump.
yeah,
You get what you pay.
Paying $2,000 for a fucking bedroom.
yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verses 6.
Can't have it all.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Continualist.
Cause like
Don't
the
stop.
average people, average so-called hard-working people, you looked at as just cattle compared to the. That's how the elites look at you, like cattle.
You a serial number, statistic.
Yeah. You go to work every day. Any of you brothers like us that work 40, 50 hours a week, we're just slaves to the society, man. That's all. You know? Hey, at least we wise enough to know that we slaves. At least we don't get proud. I ain't no slave. Nah, nigga, we slaves right now, man. We slaves to the elites. But guess what? The elites getting ready to be slaves to us.
Perfect bam.
You gotta look at it. Look, you know, we really don't have much, right? You might have a little bit of extra money here and there, but for the most part, if you don't go to work for 3 weeks, what's gonna happen? Nigga, you gonna be homeless.
Yeah, you
know?
better have hit that crypto market a couple years ago.
Yeah. Now some brothers might, manage their money a little better, but I know if I miss 3 checks, I'm fucked up. You know, I'm in the hole, man.
And that's what people get desperate and still.
Yeah.
Do and more crime.
They already
So that
doing
means
it.
that you have to go to work, which means you have to be slaves, man. We ain't getting whipped on the back.
I had to call in.
Still a
I had to
servant.
call
Yeah.
in today, man, because my
Service.
back was bothering me, and I already know I'm gonna have to budget throughout the week.
It's to the point where if you miss a day, we work 5 days a week, you work 4, you gonna feel that shit.
Yes.
Like, fuck, I missed that day, man.
Absolutely.
Damn.
And we're coming to the season where Esau Edom's gonna start cutting hours, man. You know, winter time and up here in the Northeast. You know,
Hours and jobs, period. They mourning.
And who-
Millions of people
who
finna
knows
lose
what
their job next
who
year.
knows what winter storms we're gonna get, man.
This
You
might
know?
be that dark winter we've been warned about a few years ago.
Really might, man.
I got something. But that's the continual stroke. This is 2 Thessalonians 3:1. It says, "Finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may give free course and be glorified, even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men, for all men have not faith."
They're definitely unreasonable.
Yep. "But the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil. And we have confidence in the Lord touching you, that ye both do and will do the things which are commanded of you." All right, so yeah, we must be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. Our people are unreasonable and wicked, but on a larger scale, it's these devils, man. You know, we're basically in like a rat race if you think about it. You know,
That's,
but
that's what he wants.
it's all set up to keep you in the box.
He's taken all the spirituality and morality out of society and made it into a big fucking keeping up with the Joneses rat race, man.
No integrity, no honor.
This
Nobody
is,
stand for nothing.
Nothing but gossip.
This is
That's what our people do is gossip. That's it.
Busybodies.
Like, damn.
Speaking on things
Like
they
it's
ought
nothing
not to.
important that you got to do or that you. that you
imagine when
really
he
believe in.
imagine
You know
when
what?
he takes away social media.
I was
man.
about,
He
I
ain't
was
gonna be
about
able
to say
gossip.
social media, man. Fucking social media.
You know, this is
I kind of wish it would happen.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I know that's an avenue where we get a lot of our information from, but still, man, that shit is
Well,
making these people
Yeah,
worse.
but if I'm talking about like Instagram, Facebook,
Oh, yeah, Instagram.
Full.
that form of social media. All we really need is Google.
And
You
YouTube.
can keep the Google, but if he can get rid of all that other shit, these
Oh, yeah, that's gonna change America.
oh yeah, big time. Because a lot of people make money off that shit, so they people will start going crazy.
now
Content creators.
he's trying to take down Twitter because they're allowing free speech on their platform. He ain't doing that to any of the other fucking networks, you know, unless it's Odyssey or Rumble.
Wait, they want to take down Twitter because it's a free speech platform, but on Twitter, you could watch some of the craziest fucking videos.
Oh, yeah.
They do it. You could watch somebody get killed, beat up. You could watch porn, whatever, any and everything on there.
Oh, when Israel dropped all those leaflets on those people and told them that they had time to evacuate, and they were blowing them up as they were evacuating, those videos first went viral on Twitter.
You see, Twitter, Twitter got them crazy.
Well, that video
videos.
you sent me with that one Ukrainian dude.
Oh yeah, it came with the
Yeah.
the grenade.
3 grenades,
Yeah,
yo, that's
Calm
crazy.
as hell.
Oh, nonchalant.
They blowing up. He's still standing there.
He's popping them. Well, he was ready to sacrifice himself.
Right.
He was
Nah.
cold.
That's
This
why they're
motherfucker
going
is
after
up.
Elon, man.
Yeah,
fed
he just,
up.
You know
he
what?
just stood there.
They're going after the Tesla. They're going after
That video was crazy
He
though.
probably in the military.
was. I
But you
watched
too
it.
calm with some grenades like that, bro.
Right.
Crazy as hell.
Nah, the people that was sitting at the tables all nonchalant and shit. Only seen one person that really.
But they
got
probably
up
really
and
didn't. They, where was they gonna go? He was in front of the door.
I think by the time it got to
They like, hold
You gotta
on.
think if you got a
That's
grenade,
the
once you
process.
you know, it's only a couple seconds. Go ahead. That's it.
It's,
It's a couple seconds.
Isaiah 40 and 27.
Blew their asses up.
Why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speakest, O Israel, my way is hid from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over from my power? Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. This is the point. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
It says those that wait upon the Lord. So that means you can't lose patience. You gotta endure everything that He throws at you.
Right.
You know, and because getting your strength renewed, that's a reward. You know, you just don't. That's just not something that's gonna be given. It's like, okay, you waited, you walked through the straight gate, you went through the process, as it says, acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah.
You know, then you get the reward.
And
You
we was literally given the script from beginning to end. We know how this ends. We know what to do, what not to do.
Now, on your path to being renewed and refined, yeah, you're gonna go through things. Like the brother said, you're gonna fall, but you gotta get back up, you know, and keep going, because that reward, man, you know, I would hate to miss out on that, you know.
And we grow, you know, and it's truth. At least you should be growing. You know, you shouldn't be the same person that you were years ago, except you're just not eating pork now.
Right.
You know, we've all acquired a skill. We've all learned something that we haven't learned before. You know, I mean, how many of us?
Obtain knowledge.
How many of us before we came to the truth would have ever took some black seed oil or something?
I sure wouldn't. I
Probably
wouldn't
You
know
know,
what
you
it
never
is.
even heard of it. You
Yeah, I
you
took
say
some
that
today.
you say that to
Some last
most
night.
people in the world. They have no idea what the fuck it is.
Right.
zinc.
Yeah.
You know, just want to get your health right.
Fasting.
That's
Yeah. How many of us would have?
Well, if you tell a nigga to fast, he might square up with you.
He said, "Oh, done."
I done told I was
What you mean fast, bro?
My nigga is one day.
Right.
Even if you try to get them on an intermittent fasting, like, yo, just start with 18 hours. They lose their fucking minds. They act like you're gonna die if you do that. They literally do. I got people in my family that are physicians of no value, and they'll tell me, "Oh my God, you're gonna die in that." Because I told them one day, I said, "Man, once in a while, I even put my dog on a fast.
Yo,
It is good for him."
Hey, yeah, you tell a Babylonian, yeah, I only eat one time a day. Oh, that's not good for you. What? How do you know exactly what I'm eating?
Right.
You know, what if that 1 meal a day is packed as a nutritionally dense meal?
Certainly got more. Well, hey, man, you know, I mean, I might as well put
You
the
know-
story out there. I got somebody in my family who's suffering from a malnutrition disease right now, and all they eat is fast food. Incredibly rare disease, and only a handful of people in the whole United States got it.
But all they eat is fast food.
And they have no idea how to cure it because this disease has it to where their body won't metabolize nutrients, so you can't just give them nutritious food now. You know.
Yeah.
I got something. This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25. It says, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and thou shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahawah, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High Yahawah, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
10 times.
For he hath brought these plagues upon you. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that thy name shall comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children have served. Miserable is she that have received thy sons." So the point was, it says, "For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting salvation." You know, so he's gonna bring the plagues, but at the same time, he's gonna give us salvation. So he's gonna bring us out of those plagues. You know.
Yeah. You can't get yourself out of the plagues. Only he can.
Nope, that's right.
You know, and one of those plagues that's going to be sent is those missiles, man. You know, you can't. No matter how hard you so-called prep, you can't get by the missiles, man. But you're gonna sit in a bunker.
Right. This
You
is Baruch 4 and 20. It says, "Be of good cheer, O my children, cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you. And joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior."
Well, hey, we read near the beginning of the lesson that there's going to be great insurrection upon them that fear the name of the Lord. Okay, because Esau, he's not just coming with his troops, man. He, like we were mentioning, he's coming with them robots and all kinds of shit, man.
Yep.
You know, so we're going to need a power to keep us delivered from that.
It's the book of Jeremiah,
Close up after that.
chapter 16, verses 14. "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it should no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers."
Right, which it's currently being occupied
By heathens.
by the chief house of Esau.
Amalek.
Okay?
"Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them." And that's after we get saved from this captivity, and we gonna search out all them heathens that's in them bunkers. "And they shall fish them." And
That's when we're going to turn into hunters.
Yep. "And afterward I said for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For my eyes are upon all their ways, and they are not hid from my face. Neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes."
Hey, just like we read in Isaiah, the Lord's going to give us sharp threshing instruments. All right? During that when we're looking for these devils, man, we're going to have that. You know, we're going to be transformed. We're going to have them otherworldly weapons and instruments, man. Okay, so they ain't going to be able to hide. Even, you know, you see in some of these bunkers, they got nuclear-proof glass doors. That still ain't going to be enough.
But they're going to think that they got away, because the Lord is going to allow them to escape. You know, they're going to think that, oh, the blast is over. They might try to come out, you know, or they might stay down there or whatever.
They're 3-inch thick
You know?
titanium
Yeah,
doors.
but then the elect, that's when New Jerusalem gonna come down.
The Lord made titanium,
They
man.
think they got guns and shit. Remember, the Lord gave you that blessing.
Right.
Imagine artillery and guns in the heavens.
We're not even
Imagine
gonna
that.
need guns.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna
We
need
ain't
that.
no,
I'm
ain't
just
no-
saying, you know,
ain't no guns, man.
ain't no guns.
We gonna have spiritual power.
Guns.
Yeah,
Have a rod of iron that transform to whatever you think of.
yeah. Because a gun is really, a gun is carnal. You know, we're gonna have power to be able to manipulate the elements. So you ain't gonna need no gun. We ain't gonna be pew, pew, we ain't gonna be doing that shit, man.
They didn't have.
We ain't gonna be doing
they
that.
didn't
My
even have
bad,
guns.
brother. But we ain't gonna be doing that,
They
man.
didn't have guns in Star Wars. They called them blasters.
Because you gotta think about it. Think about the movie X-Men when they was shooting at Magneto.
Uh-huh.
He what the fuck is a gun gonna do to Magneto? This nigga controls metal. You know?
Yeah.
He said humans and their stupid guns. He said that in the movie. They shooting at him. He just put his hands up. You know? Moving cars and shit out the way. That's power, man.
It's power.
You know?
But that's from they got that from the scriptures.
Yep. So real spiritual power, we could try to fathom it, but it's gonna be on a whole nother level, man. It's gonna be on a whole nother level. You know?
From a thought.
Yep.
Think it. And let's go.
Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you were edified. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakakwadash.
All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Lord willing, you were edified. To the next lesson, Shalom.